Hi everybody, Lane Tyler, Finding Sasquatch, come to you again from Northeastern Ontario. Okay, so today's video is a follow-up to a real juvie Sasquatch filmed by Old Car. I'm going to answer some questions that popped up in the comments and I guess breakdowns from other people. But first of all, I want to do some discussion about Paul Freeman. A few years ago I found another Sasquatch in his famous footage, female beside a tree holding a couple of kids, juvie kids hopefully. But anyway, something more specific about that picture, and I'm going to show you is, I don't know if it's a startling revelation to some people, but it's the Sasquatch's ability to hide on us and why we have so much difficulty in spotting them, at least in daylight. So I'm gonna show you some pictures. Right, so here's something I want to show you. There's Paul Freeman, a Bigfoot researcher, 80s and 90s. Got his famous footage in 94, but he also got a brief clip of them before in 91 or 89. Anyway, this is his famous footage where this female Sasquatch took a chance, walked across the open on a path to let a juvie climb up on her back. Because he found fresh prints and followed them and then walked into the middle of a group. However, when he was filming them, right after he turned off the camera, I guess, he stopped beside this female, which is behind a tree, and she's got her little juvie kids with her, and she's pretty young. So the Sasquatch were screaming at him until she could move away when his head was down. But something I want to point out, and thanks to Mr. Freeman, I got pictures of this, but I don't want to just promote myself. But I found this female, and then I noticed how odd their hair was when the sun hit it. Now I say odd, it almost becomes invisible. It's like their hair is hollow, or you get that like a translucent look to their hair, and you lose part of the shape of the Sasquatch in the sunlight. It's actually easier to spot in the shade, like right there. And there's some outline of the eyes and the baby's face, which goes all pale white for some reason. There's a close-up, and I guess I don't need to outline that, but I did. And anyway, I don't know, I haven't talked to anybody who tests the DNA, but I was just wondering if their hair was kind of like polar bears, where their hair is actually hollow and it picks up the color of the surrounding vegetation or the environment or something. I don't know. I'll have to look more into that. But anyway, there's a couple parts of her body that is almost faded out because it's in the sun. And again, it's kind of like a translucent thing going on there. I've mentioned that before. Anyway, thanks to Mr. Paul Freeman for putting up with all the criticism and filming real Sasquatch. And he was relentlessly attacked because he was popular. Okay, so first things first, spotting the Sasquatch. Well, with me, I've had experience with them since I was a kid. I don't know, like a 12-year-old, my first time I ran into them near Algonquin Park. You need to have trained eyes to see Sasquatch, unless they're running across an open area and you're already looking at that open area. They're so fast and their hair blends with everything. So with that said, okay, so I've caught some adults. I mean, even my camera, my new camera, 20 meg pixel or 20 gig pixel camera, had trouble focusing on these two adult Sasquatch crossing at the back of a field. Now they froze, and that's the thing with Sasquatch. They don't take off anymore like in the Patterson footage. Okay, so first things first. This is early June, right after mayfly season. the grass, the trees, all the foliage, everything's all lush green. There's no dead plants, there's no dying leaves, branches, or whatever. So I just wanted to say that. Right, so here's the still from the clip I posted a couple weeks ago or so. There's a brown-haired juvie right there on the left side of that branch sticking out. The top part of his hair is in the sun and it's light colored, and the bottom part of him is right there is dark colored, and you can sort of see his pale face too. If you want to freeze the clip and blow it up, you can see there's eyes there. It's just a old 480. I got so far behind posting because it takes a lot of work, and I don't make any money or anything off this, so there's no motivation to post stuff that I don't actually believe in. But anyway, so there's a real juvie there, and I'm going to explain a few things to answer some questions with the clip when it runs here. Okay, so here we go. I pan down, and Nate over at NVTV slowed this down, and he sees it, and many people see it, and then other people don't, or they think it's leaves. But okay, so let's get the wind question out of the way. There's no wind. Look, nothing else is moving around at that particular moment, except there's a juvie going up and down, not left to right or right to left in the wind, if it was blowing. So I guess it must be one of those special gusts of wind that only hit a particular area and make something bob up and down instead of going side to side. Anyway, okay, so that one knocked that one off. And then, as I said before about Freeman's footage, when the hair is in the sun, it almost becomes translucent or something. It becomes light brown, as in this case. The juvie's popping up and down, and the top part of his head, as in other clips I've posted, is almost blonde or something, or clear, like almost clear. You can't see through it, but it makes it really hard to spot them when they're in the sun because their hair just kind of blends with everything. I'm going to run that clip again, and pay particular attention to his movement up and down and a pause. So if it was wind, it would be side to side or be constant. It wouldn't pause, then go down, pause, come up. And the other thing was, it was only when I was looking or filming in his direction was there movement. As you can see in other parts of the longer clip, that until I was almost pointing the camera at him, there was no movement. And actually on the right under my name, another one goes left. But that one's really hard to see. I can see them because I have trained eyes. I've been in the bush. I've seen them. Actually, with the juvies, I've seen them a lot more than I've been able to film them. I think I responded to a comment about that. They're just so fast, and I'm actually looking to get another little GoPro for the front. I wear like a headband. I got a picture coming here. But there he is, up and down, and he pauses, actually goes up and down twice, and there was no wind. And it's not a branch, it's a little juvie with a face that's kind of blurred out because of the old footage. But anyway, yeah, so I got a GoPro on back facing, and I almost caught one, or I might have running behind me. This is behind the dump on investigation, but I didn't see anything in that clip. So I'm looking for another one that faces forward, because I've walked back out of areas and I've seen a juvie run across in front of me, and they're just so fast, too fast to start up my camera and try to film them. But anyway, pretty cool, real juvie ducking in the grass, watching me investigate. Thanks for watching. Okay, political minute time. I'll make this fast. Freeman was the last of the Golden Age researchers. He earned the right to be on TV and in media by getting it done in the field. Then after his time, social media came about, and basically those who can have turned it into a popularity contest. Yeah, I get people asking me all the time, I got a Bigfoot picture, I got this, and how come I'm not getting any subs or any attention? Well, because there's networking collusion. You got some sites out there who basically will only support their own members. They won't tell you that. They try to pretend they're unbiased, but they're biased. They won't post anything if it's in conflict with their buddies in the same state or province, even if it's legitimate evidence. But that won't stop them from attacking you as trolls or from using their editing software and their vast experience of zero time with around the Sasquatch to say that there isn't any evidence there. Anyway, keep plugging away. It's not about that.